All right, welcome back. It has been almost 2 months since I last uploaded. Just been, I want to say busy, but just haven't had the desire to film, but we're back. Today, we're going to go through kind of like an off-season technical session for my snatch. So heading into this off-season, there is an emphasis on trying to build strength, but at the moment, the main focus for strength is like my compound lifts, so like my squat, my strict pulling and things like that. And then the lifting side of things is more of a technical focus. So today we've got a lot of technical work for my snatch. We've got a lot of pause work, and this is something that we're going to progress over the coming weeks. But we're going to kind of go through why it's important and how to make the most of those technical sessions, because you don't want to be going heavy every single time, because you're not going to get the benefit from that. So kind of looking into today's session, we've got some movement work. Again, another thing that's important during off season, just keeping the body healthy and working on any kind of movement restrictions. Then the snatch session. So we've got 3 kind of parts to it. The first one, 2 deficit power snatches. These are really, really light, but it's just focusing on pushing the floor away. Then we're going into the main bit, 2 squat snatches with a pause at the knee and a pause in the catch. So we're building on what we did last week, and we're trying to get a little bit heavier by the last set. And then 2 deficit snatch pulls at heavier than last week. So we did 100% last week, so we're building on that one again. Okay then, so I'm going to voice over some of these bits. This is the first part, and we're just looking at some deficit power snatches. These are intentionally very light, they're like a primer for the rest of the session. But what we're trying to do is obviously be nice and explosive and really focus on pushing the floor away during that first pull, especially with the deficit. Then we're going into the pause work, which is the main part of this session. So we're pausing at the knee and then pausing into the catch. So here's a couple of reps here, and then I'll break it down for you.
Round 14.
So breaking it down a little bit further, and what we're trying to get when we get into this pause position at the hang. I'm trying to get my shoulders just in front of the bar so that I'm not sitting back into it. And I'm also trying to make sure that my feet are nice and flat on the ground. I'm not on my toes or back on my heels. And then trying to generate some power from that pause position. Using those pauses is really, really effective when we're trying to break down that movement and we're really trying to nail that technique. Weightlifting is absolutely beautiful when you get it right, but you're unlikely to ever get it looking like the absolute pros in weightlifting, especially if you're a CrossFitter. We have got way too many other things to be thinking about than solely focusing on our weightlifting. But it doesn't mean that we can't strive to get that technique as good as it possibly can be. That's why using pauses and getting pauses into your training, even if it's just for a block, is going to massively help your technique, and you're going to be able to generate more power from different positions. And that hopefully will lead to more PBs and obviously increasing those numbers in your lifts. I hope that made sense. I hope you kind of understand why and how to integrate those pauses into your training. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. For now, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.